What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Unfiltered Garage with Abner and Ozzy. What's going on, dude? How you been?
Ah, man, I'm doing well, brother, man. It's been a minute since we've been able to record, but man, it's been so busy. The last couple of weeks were epic, epic riding, great
Yeah,
trip.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we're going to talk all about it.
Yeah, it's not about that, guys. Please do understand we're not going to do an episode about Abner being cool and riding. That's not what this is about. It's a little more than that.
Just Ozzy hating, Ozzy hating, Ozzy hating.
Yeah, most definitely. While you were in Arkansas, in the Ozarks, were you at the Ozarks or close by?
Yeah, yeah, very much so, very much so. That is very much so. Oh, it was beautiful,
My dude, you were
beautiful.
you were on your way there. A friend in common, Dave Becker, Popeye. He kept on sending me, videos of his rides and pictures. And hey, man, when are you coming? Are you coming with? So I told him you're on your way, and I said, is he coming by himself? Said, yeah, man, he's by himself. He's doing something for the mission for the ministry. And that was good, I guess. But at the same time, I had big FOMO because it looked epic.
Yeah, it was, it
Super
was, it was.
super excited about that, man. Very excited about all those things. So listen, talk to me about because I promised yesterday through TikTok that you will tell me a little bit more about your trip. Talk to me about the trip.
Yeah, man, it was a great trip, just a great opportunity. Uh,
What are you doing there?
No, so we were at the Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue event, which
Huh?
is it's one of the biggest charity events, rallies. Actually, I think it's the biggest charity rally in the country. They've and don't quote me on this, but I believe they've gathered more than $3 million, maybe even more than that, to different charities. And this is done over there in Rogers, Arkansas. Pigtail Harley Davidson and Eureka Springs Harley Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
They partner to do this. Actually, I believe they're the same dealership, just different locations. Very much like the Peterson situation going down at Miami and Cutler Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And it is epic. It's huge. A lot of people there, Mid America showing up,
Mm-hmm.
showing out. So yeah, that was it. And Black Sheep, we had a booth and we were out there doing ministry and shining boots and just praying for people. So it was just a
That's
great,
awesome.
great time. It was a great time. Really,
That's
really good.
awesome, man. You had a
Yeah.
good time with the brothers?
Oh man, it's always a party, man. It's Laz. Shout out to Laz, Evan, his beautiful wife Veronica. They hosted us at their home, bro. Listen, man, I ate all different types of foods. My wife is upset. I was having Indian food cooked by Veronica. She did a great job, and I was telling my wife, baby, I had but what is it? Butter chicken. Is it having butter chicken over there? Okay, okay. So it was just a awesome time, and just being able to ride, and we even patched in a new brother over there. So.
Did
Listen,
you
man.
guys?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have a new
That's
brother,
pretty cool, man.
Dutch. Shout out to Dutch. Listen, man, just a great time. And T Dog and I, we were talking about that earlier today. Whenever you have an opportunity to ride and to do ministry and to go out there and really do the work,
Uh-huh.
it just reinvigorates you. It lights the fire in your belly, and you fall in love with what we're doing. You fall in love with the mission once again, and I think that it ties into to some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today. You get to understand that, hey, you gotta maximize every minute of every
Opportunity,
day
right?
in the present, being
You
there
gotta seize the
present.
moment. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I
But
mean,
let
tomorrow.
me.
Yeah, go
You
ahead, go
you
ahead.
you you're telling me about something that is that's particularly funny for me. But people's gonna relate that you were riding some roads, man. And the first time that you did it, you were like, man, I don't want for this to end. And you were there, man. Like it was kind of like, dude, this is awesome. This is the best riding that I have ever had in a while. Because we live in Florida, we don't have great riding. We have good riding, decent riding, but it's not great.
Yeah,
And you were telling me that it looks like Puerto Rico.
yeah.
Like
It
this is
took
exactly like
me
we are.
back home. 100%. It took me back home. I was like, when am I gonna stop to have some pork?
Did I just
Because
say Puerto Rico? Yeah, you just said that, right?
Yeah,
Did
Puerto Rico. It was. I was like, Boricuas, here I come. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. The switchbacks, the hills, and
epic.
man, for somebody that hasn't been home in a while riding, because it's been a minute since I've been able to ride in Puerto Rico. It was an awesome time. So yeah, I highly encourage anybody, and they do this every year. So next year, please, um, I would highly recommend that if you're in the area, and if not, do what I did. Just get out there and ride. You're gonna enjoy it. It's a great time. It's a beautiful time, and for a good cause. Great causes.
Listen, I'm trying to set up this TikTok thing in here. So let me a second. So because we got people connected and Siri trying to talk to me, but Siri is dumb. I don't want to talk to Siri right now. There you go. There you go. So my dude, you were telling me that at some point in one of those routes that you took, you decided just to step out a little bit. They asked you to lead the ride, and you said it's go time.
It's go
It's
time,
it,
baby.
it's go
Let's go.
time.
Let's go. Uh-huh.
Now, let me put some context to this. You just did a big engine upgrade to your to well cam upgrade to your which a performance upgrade into your motorcycle and just going to use the right terminology. I don't want to get canceled because I'm using engine when in reality it's cam. I don't want to be that guy. So you just did a performance upgrade and you were riding and it was right. It was kind of like slow, but when they asked you to lead the ride you decided to go to town. You
Yeah.
decided it was about time for you, and you left your people behind.
Yeah. Now listen, man. Shout out to Evolution Performance, Don, the guys. They did such a great job with the bike. They gave her new life. So yeah, I was
Uh huh.
they were again, right? They were riding the ride. They were they were tame, being careful.
Uh huh.
But bro, Faith was just barking, man. She wanted me to bust her loose.
Let's
So
go.
when they said, "Hey, can you lead?" I was like, "Please and thank you." So bro, I was letting her rip and just I was ripping and running on the twisties like nobody's business. And what a great what time. I always kept in view. They could see me from at least a mile. Well, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that they could keep up with me. I'm trying to
they'll
do
see a
something.
black spot. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, 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 yeah.
man. It is what it is. But listen, that's exactly what we're discussing today, man.
Great times, great
Uh,
times.
because and the episode today it is enjoying the ride. Why Christians need to celebrate the journey, not just the destination, right? And that is part of celebrating the journey. That going fast on beautiful roads is part of enjoying, celebrating the journey. This is part of man. This I am going to enjoy these twists, right? So we Christians in general, human beings, we are, and it's our flesh. I'm gonna blame in our flesh. We're always trying to chase the what is next, right? I just gotta I remember Abner. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. This was what 20 years ago when I first came to the country, and my dream car back in the day was a Toyota Corolla. Coming from Colombia, that was my dream car. I always wanted to have a Corolla. And I remember I liked it, and since I was a kid, I liked the square body Corolla, man, because just yeah, I know I saw people just doing crazy stuff on those Corollas, man, and that was my dream car. And I finally got my dream car, right? And I'm pulling out of the dealership, and just 3 blocks after, man, Toyota and Lexus are kind of like the same brand. And I see a Lexus pulling next to me is somebody doing a test drive on a Lexus, and I look at the Lexus like, man, that is my dream car.
You cheated on your ride the very first day.
Nasty,
That's it.
nasty, nasty,
No
nasty,
shame
man.
to your game. No shame to your game, brother.
Not at all, man. So we're always chasing the next promotion. We're all chasing, dude. We have discussed this so many times, but I see some cuts, dude, right now on social media. That was like, man, and at this point, I want to start an Instagram page, just kind of like the wall of shame, dude. My dude has so many tabs. The guy is road captain, at the same time he's vice president, at the same time he's pastor, at the same time he's a Zionist. Just one side, man. I don't know. They spend more money on cuts and stuff like that, and on patches than what they do in their motorcycles. So we're always chasing the next, and we're always chasing. And spiritually, man, we just we're the kind of people that, okay, we're praying, and we're praying with one eye open to see if God did it already, so I need to stop praying so I can pray for my next. And we're always that kind of stuff. but the Bible actually shows that the destination, yeah, is important. The destination is a mark, it's a landmark where is where you should be aiming. But the blessing, it is on on the ride. The blessing is in the journey. It's actually when you are through the journey. Talk to me about that, buddy.
Yeah, no, you know what? I think it's so important that we come to the realization that we should try to practice being grateful, because when you are grateful, you take the time to enjoy what you're having.
Uh-huh.
You just, it's like something that you practice. It's not just, I don't want to say, oh, I'm being grateful. Well, how are you being grateful? Well, I'm taking care of it, I'm enjoying it, I'm maximizing it, whatever it is, the gift, the blessing, the process. And that's something that we get the habit of. Thank you, next please. It's like children when they're in Christmas and they start opening gifts. I don't know if you can picture this. You give them a gift, but they see that the tree is full of gifts. So they open one, they unwrap it, they go crazy with it. As soon as they see it, they put it to the side and give me the next one. And I think that we as humans, we tend to do that, right? We get something, as soon as we get it, like you're saying, like you're mentioning, what's next? What's next? What's next? And then we may think about, I want to go back. And I think that many people, they fall into that nostalgia of, man, I wish I could go back to simpler days. I wish I could go back to when it was just writing. I wish I could go back when I didn't have all the responsibilities. But yeah, but this is what you wanted. You wanted the responsibilities. You wanted the patch. You wanted the roles. You wanted the ranks. But now you understand that, wait a minute, all these ranks, all these positions, all this stuff comes with more responsibilities. I wish I could go back. So that's what you can avoid if you just focus on, what am I doing? What am I going through right now? Am I maximizing it? And not saying that you have to be complacent to the point of being stagnant and not growing, but take your time and definitely, enjoy the time that you're spending in whatever position, whatever role, whatever ride, because the ride is going to come to an end. And then you're going to
Yeah.
be like me, like, man, I wish I could be on them curves again. I didn't enjoy them because I was just looking around the bend to the next curve, right? Enjoy each
And
curve. Enjoy every turn.
I think that the prospect program, for instance, or not so much the prospect program, the whole getting into a club program, it is one of the things that is more damaging for things like that, right? Because what we're doing is that we are just creating guys that are trying to check the boxes, right? I have a lot of echo. Do you hear the echo? Yeah, I have a lot of echo here. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get guys, when you give a guy a status in the club, you move them from friend off to hang around and now prospect. They are just kind of like, they are doing stuff just to chase the next instead of chasing the club, right? Like, so I want to be part of the club, but being part of the club doesn't mean that you have patches or not. So being part of the club or having access to the club doesn't really mean that or the patches mean nothing for that. Like you know what I mean. When you're hanging around, you have access to the club, but you don't have the responsibility. And I see a lot of guys that what they made the mistake that they're moving through the ranks really quickly, or because they're checking the boxes. And bylaws sometimes are designed to if they went to this round, they did this, and they do that. Then they should get patches. And this is not this is no what is what we got here TikTok, that if you do 3 live and you do this and you can unlock a feature. It shouldn't be like that.
No, not at all. But I think that that is just, it's a fact of life, and that's how, because it's not only with with a club or with the ministry. Usually it's with kind of like anything. I have to meet these requirements so that I can go to the next. Even with school, I have to get all these grades because I want to graduate. I went to college. I need to do all these courses so that I can get that degree. when it really what you want to do is you want to learn. Make sure that you're learning, make sure that you are living every moment. It's interesting. I was watching the other day, and this is a very famous little line from the show The Office. It says, I wish I could know that we were in the good old times when we were in the good old times. Because a lot of people talk about the good old days, the good old days. But when they're in the good old days, they don't realize that. And that's the process of earning in like in your setting where you earn your patches, or in our setting when you are going through the mentorship, when you're learning about the ministry, when you're falling in love with the idea of doing ministry, or if you're just learning how to ride. That process of learning how to ride and learning and making mistakes, and I don't want to say, going down is fun, but when you have those close encounters, when you have a little slip up, when you put your foot on a painted stripe that it kind of slips, you won't forget that. But you have to go through all each and every one of these little stumbling steps to become right anything, right? If you want to be an accomplished writer, you have to go through those stumbling steps. You want to be an effective club member, an effective minister, you have to go through these processes, through these steps. But when you rush through them, are you really enjoying them? Are you really learning? Are you really maximizing that? And that, I think that what you're saying is absolutely right, right? Because they're chasing it, they're chasing it. And the process, should it be like that and it's not built for that, that's not how it's prepared. We just need to kind of work on our mindset and make sure that we are going to be present and we are here now. And whatever's next is going to be next when it's time for the next. If we fast forward it, it's like fast forwarding through a movie. If you fast forward through the movie, you're going to see the outcome, but you're not going to see the twists and the turns. And I can guarantee you, you will not say, "Oh, that was an awesome movie," because you don't know. You didn't
Mhm.
see the movie. So yeah, that's what I
Ecclesiastes
think.
2:1 says this, the following says, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens.
That's it. That's it.
So, man, life, just like riding, it has a highs, it has lows, man. It has curves. It has a no, and the blessing is actually on the blessing. You can find it on the actual uh writing, not so much on the destination, right? And listen, we said it often that one of the things that for us is important is just not so much the building muscles, but just the discipline of going to the gym is important. Yeah, you want to see results. Nobody goes to the gym expecting not to see results, right? Because you will see your time. And yeah, you should have a destination, but you need to learn how to enjoy the process.
Yeah, well, and that's how you appreciate the results. That's why so many people, and I'm not bashing, I don't want to bash the people that go through the operation and they get the lap bands or bariatrics, whatever the bypass. Hey, listen, man, medical reasons, they exist and the process is there for a reason. But
Hmm.
so many people go through that process. They do not have to go through the painstaking process of losing the weight, of working out, of being disciplined. And that's why shortly thereafter, they kind of go bananas with the food again. And then they're like, wait a minute, man, I'm not back at square one. What happened? Yeah, because you didn't work for it. Anybody that doesn't work for it, they say that anything that is worth it is going to be hard work. No pain, no gain. And that's true. There's no pain, no gain because you can have it, but if you didn't go through the pains of earning it, you're gonna lose it. In Spanish, they say, which means that whatever doesn't cost us, hey man, let's lay waste to it because it did. I didn't pay anything for it, and that is what we're talking about, right? Paying your dues, doing the work, putting in the miles, and going through the process. You can
But
enjoy it.
enjoying the process. Hey?
Oh yeah, of course, of course. And listen, even if you hate the process, listen, sometimes you don't enjoy it. Let's be real. I'm gonna be a buck with it. Sometimes you don't enjoy it. It doesn't mean that
Sometimes sucks, bro.
it doesn't mean that it's not there for a purpose, right? You always say embrace the suck. What are we talking about? Hey man, I don't have to like it. I may not enjoy it, but I'm gonna appreciate it. And that is what we need to do. Appreciate it. Not synonymous to enjoying it because some things we don't enjoy, but if you do it, you will appreciate it. And that is what you need to do.
what we're discussing here is celebrating the journey. It doesn't mean loving the journey. It means celebrating the journey. Stephen Furtick says that we'll clap for the dude that just signed up to the gym. Say, hey man, I just signed up to the gym. They want, they want a new year, new me, and we always clap for that guy. When in reality, we should be clapping for the dude that has been doing it for three years. The dude that has been at it for 3 months, that is the one that deserves some clapping. That's the one that actually, my dude, you're being on the journey. You are appreciating and celebrating the journey. We need to celebrate the journey, and us as motorcycle organizations, we need to celebrate the journey of people too. We
Oh yeah.
shouldn't, and I don't make getting patches is a big deal. Honestly, to me, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, and I'm gonna celebrate that. What I do celebrate the most is becoming a brother, becoming someone that is reliable, becoming someone that is solid, because that tells me not of some check marks that were checked, if you will, but tells me about some time that has been put on the road, right? Like, we have some guys that they just want to do what is necessary. I'll do whatever it takes. Well, it takes time. How about that? How about you do time? How about it takes effort. It takes interest, right? Right. There's people that are joining a patch instead of joining a club, right? So that's something that we need to keep in mind. And the same happens with your marriage, man. Like I mean, takes time, dude. It takes time to have a good marriage. It takes effort. You cannot just pretend that you're going to take her on a date night. Bro, I take my wife on a date night to patch thin scenes, and it's not gonna work because we do not sell, we don't enjoy date nights, right? Like we don't enjoy that kind of date nights. For us, uh, we enjoy going to the beach and we enjoy working out together. That's something that for us is good. We enjoy that, but just going to eat, it's not something that we enjoy. So we got some fellas trying to screw up now, but I invited her to a date night. Okay, so that doesn't tell me anything, bro. That doesn't show me your journey. So
Yeah.
listen,
That's like a band-aid. But let me say something. Let me just say something
yeah, go
real
ahead.
quick. Because you were talking about the patch and celebrating that. Listen, at the end of the day, when you finally get your patches, MC or MM, whatever it is, right? Whenever you get that honorable mention and you get to wear the colors that identify your organization, that only means that the real work is about to start. Just as well as when you get married. You mentioned the marriage. When you get married, when you put the rings on, and I can no longer do that, but when you put on the rings, that means the real work. Now it's not pretend. Now it's not, oh, she's my fiance or my girlfriend or whatever. No, she's my wife. Now is when the real nitty-gritty starts. It's the real work. And that's what it is. It's not, it's work. It's hard work. And definitely what you're saying is totally true. It's important that you keep the flame alive and the romance and all this good stuff going. Yeah, of course, date night, whatever. But if you're not putting in the real work, all those things are just little band-aids, trying to sort out maybe whatever bonehead stuff you did. Let's keep on going. I think I'm preaching to myself.
No, 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 no. But listen, it's important. I just said to my guys, we just patched a couple of guys, and I said to the guys, I said the following, man. Before going to A, B, and C, it was such optional. It will just kind of like slow you down a little bit in your process. Um, Now this is your club. Now it's not optional. Now you work at it. Now it's your responsibility. Now you own this. Now it belongs to you. So that's important. But listen, man, something that I wanted to touch, moving on, is the temptation that we have to rush, man. Um, and
Oh yeah.
we just want to rush through stuff. Yeah, it happens. It happens all the time. There's certain stuff that sucks. I always said that I do ride really stupid when I'm tired, and that's why I try to, when I feel tired, I try to, okay, let me slow down. Let me just take a breather. Let me just stop, stretch, wash my face, and have some M&Ms, whatever is the case. Because when I'm tired, I am just riding faster, and I'm pushing it because I want to go home, and I really want to go to my destination. And it happens to us in life, So I have seen so many families broken and in pieces because the guy wants to rush to the next promotion, because my dude wants to, he wants to, and he's not, the kids graduating, and he's able to buy them the new Jeep Wrangler, but the kids don't even want to talk to the dad because they don't know the dude because he spent the whole time just working, working, working. And he looks bad and he says, but I did this for you, but and the kids can say, we never wanted it, we never asked you for that. What we wanted was your time. And we have that tendency to rush to the next, to the next promotion, to the man. When the Bible says that vanity of vanity, everything is banal at the end of the day. Everything is just, it's not worth it. It's not even worth it. So that's something that, that to me is important for us to recognize, because we need to recognize, are we rushing to the next, or are we enjoying this, celebrating this journey, right? And in that journey, we're going to the next. I'm not saying don't have ambitions. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is enjoy the moment that you're at right now. So
Yeah.
talk to me, buddy.
Man, when I was writing, while I was writing, and I think we talked about this, and actually I left Montgomery, Alabama about 4:30 in the morning, and my destination was my home. So I'm going a little over 700 miles in a day, and definitely I wanted to get home. Um now what's interesting, and we were talking about this, is that it was pitch black. I was going through unknown roads, um 2-lane, 4-lane roads, pitch black in Alabama. Then from Alabama to Georgia. My first stop was Cutbirth, Georgia, and I could only go only so fast for various reasons. Although I was trying to push it, but I came to the realization that, and we've talked about this, which is our headlight. It only illuminates an X amount of feet, and you can outrun the light of your headlights. So what that means for those that maybe haven't experienced that type of writing where there's no type of lights, where you're in a totally pitch black type of the situation, no lights, you're in a farmland, and all you have are maybe homes, kind of sparingly and kind of away from the roads. Your headlight is gonna illuminate, but if you're going too fast, you're gonna be riding into complete darkness. By the time you get to certain curves or whatever it is, you might not have the time to react. So while I was doing this and trying to kind of advance, the Lord was just impressing upon my spirit. You know what? This is what you need to understand. You cannot go farther than what I have prepared for you, what I've been showing you. And what can we use to show? The Bible says that, the word of his word is like a lamp to our feet, and it guides, right? Why to our feet? Well, because we don't want to stumble, right? So as I was writing, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get to where I'm going. Let me just ride a safe, let me enjoy. I couldn't see much because I was telling you it was pitch black, but you would be surprised that I could smell, and I could smell the fields. I could smell the products of the cattle, or the smells that really, they took me back to when I
You're
was
not talking
little.
about cheese, right? You're talking about
No, I'm talking about
manure.
manure. But let me tell you, it's a sweet smell when it takes you back to, for my case, it took me back to when I was little, or when I was younger, growing up in Atillo, Puerto Rico, where my grandfather had cows and they had animals. If I had been, just flying through, I might have not had the opportunity to take that in. So definitely, you want to make sure that when you are going through, whatever it is, process, a stretch from A to B, and you fill in the blank, whatever it is, be it work, be it, church environment, be it club environment, motorcycling, make sure that you are advancing at a rate that allows you to enjoy the scenery, to experience the ride, and that you're being safe, and that you, because listen, if I had continue to go at that speed, or just trying to get to the next, to knock out the cities, and let's go, let's go, let's go, definitely I would have missed out. And that is saying the least of my worries would have been missing out on the experience.
Yeah.
But the reality is I could have just ended up, straightening out a curve, hitting a tree, wrapping the bike around a tree. That's very possible. It happens all the time. And people wonder why did that happen? Yeah, because people lose sight of it, because they get used to it. They get too comfortable with, trying and pushing and just going. So
You said something really important, and I really wanna kind of like add to what you said. You said that and with the analogy of riding faster than what the lie was, right? Like you shouldn't ride faster than what God has shown you so far. But do understand that if you do so, in life, you shouldn't move faster than what God has given you so far. But if you do so, do remember the following: you're probably moving faster than His will, meaning you are out of His will, you are out of His protection. Means you are on your own because God has designed the journey for you to go through it. So I just want to share that. Listen, man.
amen. And let me go real quick, because I wanted to make sure that I had that verse properly. It says the following in Psalm 119, verse 105, says, "Your word is a lamp for my feet and a light on my path." So definitely that's what we're talking about, right? You want to make sure that that word of God and the light that shed his light, like very much what Ozzy was saying, that you are within that cover, so that you don't have any situations.
Yeah, man. Listen, something else that we want to discuss is giving yourself the opportunity, giving yourself permission to celebrate the small wins. Yeah, and I do this. I'm just gonna Philippians 4:4 says, "Rejoice in the Lord always." I will say it again: rejoice in the Lord always. Rejoice. It says rejoice, and rejoice. And we discussed this before. Is not rejoice doesn't. And people say rejoice. Rejoice has nothing to do with enjoyment. Rejoice is, although you don't might enjoy it, you are rejoicing in the Lord. You're rejoicing and you say, "Hey, God, you know what? I don't understand it. I don't really need to understand it, but I'm going to celebrate this win." And celebrating small wins is, nobody conquers a cake 100%. You have to buy one piece at a time, right? So that's how you do it. Small wins. If you made it to Cuthbert, Georgia on that ride, celebrate that you just did it there. You made it there, man. If you are just made it to Prospect, man, congratulations. If you're hanging around, somebody gave you the bandana, gave you a T-shirt, a support shirt. Man, celebrate that, dude. Celebrate, man. You just hit your quota for the first time. You just PR. The other day, I was training with my brother, and I told you I did 4 PRs. Now, it's not that I did 20 pounds more in every single exercise. I did 5 pounds. I did 10 pounds. Dude,
Oh, 10
celebrate
pounds,
those,
bro.
bro.
10 pounds is 10
Celebrate
pounds,
those.
bro. Yeah.
The first thing that I did is I sent you the hey man, I did 4 PRs today, man. Celebrate those. We need to celebrate the small wins because if we do not know, we train the celebration of the big win in the small wins. Do understand that? If you do not know how to celebrate the small win, don't wait for the big one because it's not gonna taste the same. It's really not gonna taste the same. It's gonna be like another one. I did this. You won't have that on you. You don't. There's people, man, that don't have celebration on them because they've been rushing through stuff, man. So it's worth celebrating that. Like you just what I do when I'm writing and I'm really bored when I'm writing and start counting songs, man, and I celebrate. Okay, I got to 10 songs. I celebrate those, man, and then I celebrate the next 10, and until we get it to our destination, to the stop where we're gonna drink water and that kind of stuff. But drinking water, I celebrate drinking water, and I try to, right now we're launching a new business, dude. And we are partially sold out already. I'm celebrating that, dude. I mean, I'll worry tomorrow how to bring more product, but I'm celebrating that, dude. So that's important.
Listen, brother, I was talking to somebody yesterday and they were complimenting Faith and oh what a beautiful bike and awesome. I was thank you, that's good. And I was just telling them, yeah, I just came back from Arkansas. They said, "What? You rode to Arkansas, man? How can you do that?" And you know what? The truth is that it's 1 mile at a time. And the way we definitely need to, when you say celebrate the small victories. For me, I break my rides up in 2 hours bursts, right? 2 hours. Every 2 hours I'm stopping. It doesn't matter if I'm super tired or if not. I try to do 2 hours because 2 hours is enough time to really give my wife a little bit of more peace because she doesn't want me riding alone. So my commitment was I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna share my journey and every 2 hour break, I would tell her, listen, babe, we're here at our first stop. I'm at my second stop. I'm at my third stop. We made it to Georgia, or we made it to Tupelo, or we made it to, and that is what it gives me an opportunity to have a something to shoot for that's going to be achievable.
Hmm.
That way I'm not getting desperate because if I start out the day thinking, man, I got to go 700 miles, this is going to be bananas. No, I start out with, okay, for the first 120, the second 120, and so on and so forth. Before you know it, I'm at home. I'm home. And I'm already celebrating as soon as I see the Florida welcome to Florida sign. Forget about it when I see the first sign that says homestead. But definitely, I love the fact that you're saying, yes, we do have to celebrate small victories. Not only do we celebrate those small victories, but make those milestones something that you look forward to, understanding that it's part of the process. It's not over. But when you get an opportunity to string out a map and you have your little milestones this is it makes everything it makes a huge
Yep.
what may seem as a monumental task manageable and it is okay first I have to do this and then I have to do that and then we go. It's going to give you an opportunity not only to celebrate what you've accomplished but you also celebrate the fact that you are so much more closer to your end goal. If it's a rainbow, there's maybe a pot of gold. But what we're talking about is that celebration. So definitely, I think that's great. I've been watching. I can testify that Ozzy has been working on this project, it's a passion project, beautiful, awesome. And it's so, it's got so many pieces. But every time he tells me, bro, I got this, I got that. Well, let's try this, let's try that. I can see that he's celebrating, he's going through the process. It's not a small undertaking. It's pretty big. But the way he celebrates it, and I get to enjoy it with him, and I see, how being steadfast and just working hard it pays off. So please, when you are out there riding and when you have a goal of getting somewhere and then taking a journey, a trip, don't get intimidated by the fact that it's cross country. No, it's only 2 hours away. It's 2 hours away. It's 2 hours away. It's going to be 2 hours away for 4 days, but it's only 2 hours away. If you see it like that, you'll reach Alaska.
Yep.
So
Yep.
definitely, I really enjoy that idea of rejoicing and say it again, rejoice, celebrate it, live it. And listen, don't be ashamed. Don't be discouraged by people that say, but only that. It's only that for
Only that
you.
for you is humongous, bro.
And this is what I have to say to those to a lot of people that say, oh, but only that. Those people, by and large, many times they don't have those those only that accomplishments to test for, right? They don't have them. They're just a lot of mouths. So don't pay no mind to that. Don't pay any attention to it. Just put it in your back pocket and keep on riding. Bro.
That's awesome, bro. What you said in there because the
The
journey
journey.
is what makes it for good stories. The journey is what create legacy.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me put it to you this way. My brother from Michigan, they have a destination, San Antonio for nationals. And I have the same destination. But they have a story to tell and I don't. Why? Because they rode there and I flew there. Do you see what it is? Took them longer and it was a lot of pain and suck on the way, but they rode there, I flew there. They have a story. I have a delay on a tarmac. We're not the same, buddy. We're just not
No,
the same. There
but
is
but
no
you
legacy on that one.
well, but you know what? Let me just say this. Let me just say this, Ozzy, because you know what? I don't want you to discount the fact that maybe you flew, because I think that we need to also focus on the individuality of it, right? For them,
Uh-huh.
that is their story. For you taking the time of your busy schedule, if flying was the only way that you could get there, but you did it. You made it. I mean, we don't know what else you had to do if you had to move things around to be able to accomplish that. I would rather much focus on the following. How many people didn't go? Right? The people that don't go, that never make it to these big events. And again, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. Not everybody can go every year, it's like for us, the gathering. The gathering, we do it every 2 years. We recommend and we highly encourage that everybody that can, if you are in a position to be able to make it, please do so, because you will not come back the same person you left as. However, people can ride, awesome. Fly, perfect. Cage, it's okay. But try to make it there. Those that can make it, I salute them and I understand that they've done whatever they whatever they could to make it. Those that couldn't, well, maybe next year. However, was it for a valid reason or not? I don't know. That's for every person. Same thing with your event. But I just say this because don't necessarily discount the fact that, oh man, only those people that ride to these events, only those people that really do that kind of sacrifice are building a legacy. No, you're building a legacy. A legacy is also, I'll do whatever I have to make it. If I have to fly, I fly. If I have to drive, I drive. I think you drove once. I'm not sure. But whatever you have to do to be present at whatever event is calling you, do that. And that will be part of your legacy. And just to say the following, we all leave a legacy. What kind of a legacy? So is it a positive one, or is it a legacy of this dude never showed up? This dude never did anything. He never really, he had the patches, he never put in the work. Or, he had the job, he had the role, he had the position,
Yeah.
but he was piss poor as a boss. You name it. He had the church, but he never, as a pastor, he never amounted to anything, or, whatever it is, you fill in the blank. I love to leave those blanks because people like to say, no, it's this. Well, yeah, that too. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. I wanted just to.
No worries,
No
buddy.
worries, buddy.
Dude, by the way,
By the way,
that's it
that's
for
it for
today, man.
today, man.
We've been
We've
at it
been
for
at it for
46
46
minutes now.
now.
And final remarks.
Sorry. Hey, listen, man, the final remarks is if you have not been to Arkansas, try to make it out there. You will enjoy it. Get out there, ride, drive, whatever it is. Lovely people, lovely places, and enjoy the ride, whatever it is. Enjoy the ride. I would love to hear stories of people breaking ground on new rides, on getting farther than they ever have, and having new adventures, and how they enjoyed it and how they were able to maximize each and every mile. Don't think about, I wish I were a genie and I could just bing and get there. Nah, that's not the story. How did it go? Please share. And by the way, if you like the content, you didn't start with it, like, share, and subscribe.
And subscribe. Sounds good. That's it for today, guys. Another episode of Unfiltered Garage. See you guys in the next one, okay? Be blessed,
Peace.
guys.